Goddag og velkommen tilbage. Episode 2 ud af rigtig mange. Vi blev Hufflepuff. Vi blev ramt af drager på vejen til Hogwarts. Vi har lige fundet vores common room. Snakket med nogen, der også går på det kollegie der. Der er ikke sket noget. Det første vi skal til nu. Snakke med Professor Weasley. Og nu skal vi altså bare follow Professor Weasley. Vi er i gang med den første quest, antager jeg. Og lad os bare dig into it og komme i gang. Så vi kan få lavet noget fedt content, kaste nogle magier.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Så er det fast travel. Uden at spoil noget. Det bliver folk rigtig glade for at have muligheden for at kunne. Og det er ikke i dag, er det ikke den 10. Jo, det er. Det er i dag, at det bliver tilgængeligt for resten af dem, der ikke har pre-order.
Anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Der er mange, der skal holde weekend og spille Hogwarts Legacy.
It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for... And I'd...
Thank you. He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Kør lige over det, hun siger her. Der er ikke
We did take...
Det er godt. Sådan
Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude
det der egentlig
for
bare
magic,
foregik, det var, at hun spurgte ind til den her måde og den her drage, og hvad der skete og så
Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Although unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend.
Kender vi jo godt.
I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Med Levioso og Accio, så kan man se hvilken spell reward er der der. Hvad kommer man til at lære her? Vi starter med Levioso.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field card.
Grønne flammer her, som vi løber hen til og tænder ved at løbe derhen. Det er der, hvor I kan fast travel til. Så jo flere af dem vi får dem, jo federe bliver det. Jo mindre løb er der. Så jeg mener, at det ikke... Jo, det er der, hvor man... Nej, nu skal jeg ikke afsløre noget.
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Bombard! Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Good. Now, well done.
Levioso. Levioso.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Vi banker Slytherin. Det er 100% sikkert.
This should be Levioso. Good form.
Banker.
I know. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Levioso.
Protego.
Så er han ude.
All of my students for this
Moin,
event.
mand. Slytherin, du må hjem og øve.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Så der blev han da godt nok mobset. Det var
I
ikke sjovt
put you
for
on
ham,
the
den her i.
spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Sådan
Thank
der,
you,
så er vi i
Professor
gang.
Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class...
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way, didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Nej, måske var det ikke.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew
Let's
I was
roll.
right about
Count
you.
me in.
If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a
load of
secret
us,
dueling
Sebastian
club
Sallow. Det kommer
or
jeg også til.
sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Det er kæmpe stort, det her Hogwarts. Vanvittigt lavet.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Så er der spøgelser. Men økse. Hun holder altså ikke tilbage, det kan hun sgu.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to teach the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akio.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me! I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Det gør det bare. Ingen problemer.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Very good! Excellent control there. Happens to the best of us.
Så for søren. Den var lige lang nok.
Very. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. Yes!
Prøv noget. Det kan man nemlig også.
Accio!
Oh, for
I will get you back for that. Let us see this.
Den bliver svær nu at få ned.
There we go.
Splendid!
Sådan, det er det. Og hvad laver hun her? Hun kan ikke nå det uanset, så det er ligesom til ligegyldigt. Skal vi prøve bare at fyre den ind i? Hun kan ikke nå det alligevel. Hun kan højst få 20 mere, så hun er på...
Akio!
Det kunne hun også.
A perfect score! Remarkable! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. Yes!
Akio!
Nej! Den
Don't
accelererer
lose
det
your
godt nok.
composure.
Når den rammer den der kasse.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Nå, så lad os lige lave en...
Akio!
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Very good.
Let us see this. Phew.
Nå, så skal jeg have en 50'er for at vinde. Det gør det bare.
Well done.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Tak skal du have, professor.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get
sådan er det,
anything
kvinden, og det
right
tog
when I
mig
transferred
5
here.
sekunder.
It gets easier, I promise.
Ikke også?
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
Så det vil
You
jeg.
can
A
use
word,
Accio
if you would.
Accio!
if you're so.
Revelio!
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise.
You wanted to speak with me,
You know it's
Professor?
going to work.
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Emily promised. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Revelio.
Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Miss.
It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack.
Lad os se her. Quest. Quest launched. Og det er den duelklub der. Vi tager lige hen og snakker med ham der, Lukas der. Og duellerer mod ham. Det kunne selvfølgelig også være Weasley. Ja, lad os tage den her til det første af Hogwarts. Den kan vi lige så godt fuldføre.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins?
Right.
I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks. Det er lige ved siden af.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Oh, den var det,
ja. Accio! Got it.
Det er ikke en minifest. Nej, det er det ikke. Nå, for at kan lave den, skal jeg bruge Reparo. Det er derfor.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
If only a new student would help me with...
Accio! Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavor to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
Han
Speaking
kævler
of
godt nok meget, ham
Weasley,
der
she
Weasley
seems to
der.
have taken
Eller
quite a
Weasley
shine to you.
Sebastian.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough
Revelio.
to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh,
Revelio.
Just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
You think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance
Man bliver
to
rigtig
explore
glad
the
for, at
castle?
man ikke skal løbe den
A
her
little.
vej hver gang.
It's positively
Frem og tilbage,
enormous.
frem og tilbage, og frem og tilbage.
It is that. I've been there 5 years
Revelio.
and barely scratched the surface. Loads
Yeah,
to
man,
see,
vanvittigt glad
places
for.
to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I?
Accio.
You still have to tell me how
Simpelthen ikke noget, der er stærkt nok
dueling.
til nu. Stylish blazer, skole.
Revelio.
Det var ikke meningen. Ja, okay. Det skal være lidt højere op for til den. Vi kan se, hvad der ellers er. Challenges. Kan du ligesom gå for udseende. Appearance rewards. Når du har klaret dem. Så er der collections. Se her. En hel masse. Dem her, dem fik man for pre-release. Er jeg ret sikker på, mener jeg. Inventory ligger lidt i ordet. Alt hvad du har samlet op. Og hvor mangler vi challenges til den der field guide. Der skal man huske at gå ind og vælge de der, i hvert fald de challenges, så man får de der rewards der.
I tried to transfigure my parchment into a blanket.
Nå, nu vil vi godt snart være der.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too.
Dem her skal jeg også
Most
samle,
notably
kommer I
that
til at
dragon
bruge
attack.
senere.
Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely. Prove a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
Så. Hogsmeade arrived.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Lige herovre har læst den her.
I've always said that travel broadens.
I used to help out with the queen.
Lad os starte med det mest spændende.
Merlin, blooming fish, not again. I'll be right with. Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new 5th year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it?
Det skulle nok ikke lige være den.
We'll find you
Men
something
der var
not
det
to
flot
worry.
fyrværkeri. Det kunne have været der.
No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Lidt kedeligt.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
Vi kan godt tage den der. Silverlane.
How intriguing.
Hvor lang skal den være? Det er jo en... Gør vi sådan? Det er jo fuldstændig ligegyldigt, tror jeg. Vi har unicorn her.
A unicorn hair wand is most reliable. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Sådan der, så fik vi vores egen trøst.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Nå, jeg tænker, vi holder på nu. Vi fandt halvdelen af det, vi skal bruge her i Hogsmeade. Stay tuned, vær med på næste episode, så finder vi resten, og så ved jeg tilfældigvis, hvad der sker, fordi jeg er længere fremme på min main character. Og I skal glæde jer rigtig meget. Moin.